Kamala Harris voters, I'm going to make you feel good and understand what's really going on. So pay attention, my fellow liberals and leftists. Now subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to my channel. If you don't like what I said in this video, you can always unsubscribe. But understand this. People will tell you in the comments I'm the real deal in the sense that I'm not going to have you stressed out. You're going to feel great. You're going to feel hope. And everything coming out of Trump's mouth for this whole administration is going to dissipate from you being with me, okay? 30 years marketing and branding for some of the most famous people and biggest companies in the world. I worked on Kamala Harris's campaign, and I'm going to tell you the truth. Let's go. First of all, understand his playbook. Trump's playbook is very simple. It's a combination of four things. It's one, is what his playbook actually is. The absolute score. Every time you come to my videos, you will hear me give an update daily on what the score is. I'm going to tell you what the score is. Then who's winning, basically. Then I'm going to tell you what the context of all the crazy-ish you've been hearing is. Okay, what the context is. And then from there on, you're going to have me talk about who's fighting back, because we do have people fighting back. So his playbook is very simple. Go ahead, break the law, see who challenges him. If he loses in lower courts, take it to appeal courts, take it to Supreme Court. He's been doing that for 12 weeks. There's a score to this. There have been 49 federal judgments. Out of 49, how many have he won? Three. Power believed, power achieved, and he wants you to think that he's running things. The GOP wants you to think that they're running things, and they're lying. They're lying. I'm going to prove it right here. You're going to find a sense of comfort and hope, and based on facts, not based on just whimsical bullshit, okay? So let's go into some details here. Context. Remember, I said the playbook, the score, the context. What's the context? And before we go any further, yeah, those naysaying, lying motherfuckers who keep telling you that they're not listening to the judges. You lie like a rug. Do not come up in here. All of you Darrenites, all of you, listen, all of you fellow followers of my crew, jump all over them because they lying. They're lying. They say, they're not listening to the judges. Yes, they are. They unfroze the money. They're not listening to the judges and what the judges say. Really? Then why do all them people get jobs back and it's all on the news? Now, everybody hadn't got their stuff because the court are just flooded with all of this foolishness. So they're still fighting over Social Security, job losses, and cuts. They're still fighting over the Department of Education. But I like our score for the last 12 weeks. We are 46-3 out of 49 judgments. We got a damn good chance of winning repeatedly, and it's going to get even better in the future. I know it is, because now they got to deport people based upon taking them through the court process, and everybody they grabbing from court is full of crap. Basically, they're grabbing whoever, and you take that to the courts, they're going to lose again and again. Plus, they don't know how to run a court proceeding or how to do habeas corpus. They don't know how to do it. They want to just ship people out. As soon as they do that, they fall into contempt with the Supreme Court. Stop listening to these people. Now, let's talk about the context. So, for instance, Donald Trump is going to want a third term. No, I call bullshit. Here's what's happening. He don't want a third term. He just want to throw you off from Signalgate, from Gmailgate, because they did it with Gmail too. The same people with Signalgate communicating with Gmails. He wants to throw you off from the economy and the disastrous tariffs that they're taking out there. That's what he wants. Darren, did you hear about Mike Johnson making a rule now? They passed in the House the ability that judges can't do national injunctions. Yeah, they passed it. Here's the problem that they have, which is they're not going to be able to pass it in the Senate. They don't have the votes. So it was a waste of fucking time. It was a waste of time, and it did nothing but piss off the judges even more. Just like talking about they're going to impeach a judge. You can't impeach a judge. You don't have the votes, and you can't impeach a judge just because you didn't like their ruling. They're playing games. But the point is, we're playing back. You see what I'm saying? Then it comes back to, Darren, that guy they took out of Columbia, out of Columbia University, they're going to ship him out. Now they have the right to deport him. They ruled in his favor. You're right. They did. They ruled in his favor. Here's the problem. The same way that Trump, I told you his playbook, when he loses, what does he do? Take it to appeal and then Supreme Court. Well, guess what? We got that right too. Now, I don't know if they're going to have the right to do that before deporting him, but of course, I'm sure the judges already know his tactics over the last 12 weeks. They might hold the deportation until the ruling on an appeal and Supreme Court. We can play the same game. Stop freaking out. Well, Darren, what about what they're doing with Social Security? They're going to move Social Security support to Twitter. Totally illegal. They can't go to social media. They can't do it. The courts are going to instantly rule that shit out. Here, you talking about putting Social Security numbers on an open social media? The audacity that they have to do that after Signalgate, after Gmail, they might as well put it on WhatsApp and Telegram too, right? Why don't they just put it out there on OnlyFans? You know what I'm saying? Don't be worried about what these fools do. What I'm trying to get you to understand is what this formula does, the playbook, the score, the context, and who's fighting back, and I'll get into who's fighting back in a minute. What it does is point out how absolutely stupid they are and how they're repeatedly going to lose. It's a formula for failure, and we are winning. Now, who's fighting back? The best Democrats we got are attorney AGs, attorney generals, are governors across 23 states. 23 states now. And they've been suing since the beginning of the Trump administration. Starting with birthright citizenship, they won. They won a bunch of stuff. They are kicking their butts from one side of the country to another. We are winning. Who else is fighting back? The ACLU and other nonprofits that are suing like crazy and winning. Like I said, we are 46-3. Stop freaking out what this man's doing, because every time he does something, we come back. He is not putting support on Twitter X. No fucking way. Not happening. They're going to try as much as they can. It's a game. Just like they tried to make sure that a federal judge can't do national injunctions. That's what he does in the Constitution. Even if they pass that as a law, it gets struck down by the third branch because we're a decentralized government. Think. Do not let these people stress you out. Enough is enough. So when you hear, and this is the problem I got, the left. Well, Donald Trump did this. Let's freak out. Ah! No. Calm down, then calm down. Because that's not the way it's happening. We have a formula to this guy. He's going to run the same playbook, have a horrible score, 3-46. He's going to continually try to grab control with the narrative with these scary things. Oh, you hear about martial law? Shit. Martial law ain't gonna do that. Think about what country this is. We couldn't even do martial law when there was a pandemic. People who they didn't even care. They're like, no, I don't care. I ain't taking no vaccine. I'll go where I want to. Dearly departed, we're gathered here today. Come on. They were dying over this. We're the rebel country, y'all. You ain't martial law and shit. They gonna try maybe? Yeah, I'll give it to them. But it will be disastrous along with everything else. Look at his administration. I give him 36 weeks, he'll be resigning. Or they'll be commanding him to. The GOP is getting more embroidered to do that. Elon Musk is distancing himself away. And the GOP, they fear Elon more than Trump or MAGA, obviously. Notice how they're coming after him about the Signalgate. Notice how they're stepping up trying to get tariffs away from him and make a bill. They would have never done this 12 weeks ago. But it's a different scenario, and we continue to win. Keep your head up. Keep going. Did I earn your subscription? I hope I did. Join my tribe. We keep it real, and we're here to fight, to stand up, and to make things happen. But the biggest thing I want to tell you is chill out. Don't let them shock you into foolishness.